bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, out the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? Where do I know? Not on the phone, when I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Choose us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking what type of knowledge don't sink in. Life gives you limits and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade.
Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Oh.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And get this just up past the 20, but marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carr now to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A full recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
22-yard line.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And that's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Their own 38-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
1st down, Chiefs.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They're more athletic than ever before to white kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along. But their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Jacobs, the ball.
Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. That'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Chiefs.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Oh, this pass tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regret it.
He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Carr to throw. Makes it intercepted. Picked off at his home 10. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Eluded, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This taken in about 4 yards deep. this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Makes the score Chiefs 24, Raiders 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Out of the gun, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
A little juke. The reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the Raiders' 14-yard line.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd
now
down.
Whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Butker's kick here is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
To kick off for Las Vegas.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. False start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and 15. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Have got him. Corey Littleton able to run it down for a loss of a yard.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like like to say when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Down, Kansas City.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And the first
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
complete.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.